Hello, everyone. Welcome to Real Estate Redefined. I've got another fabulous guest on right now. This is Joyce Shelton. Hello.
Hello. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I'm great. How are you?
I'm great, and it's just not so cold this morning, so I'm pretty happy about that.
Yeah, me too. I have not been enjoying this weather at all whatsoever.
This weather has been very disrespectful, in my opinion.
It's so disrespectful.
It is, like, for real.
Come on, Texas. Come on. Well, we've got lots to talk about with Joyce today, so I guess let's just get started with kind of an introduction.
Well, I was a school teacher for 1,000 years, and those of you who were like me from 1986 to about 1980s to the middle 2000s, you might remember me, Miss Shelton.
Yeah.
And I probably taught you or your parents or whatever. It's ridiculous how many people I've taught, but I've sold to a lot of students, have seen students have a lot of success. So if you remember Miss Shelton, you need to probably be calling me about buying or selling a house.
Yeah, you should. That's so cool that you have gotten to sell houses to your students.
Oh, it's just amazing. They'll call me and go, Miss Shelton, do you remember me? And I'm like, yes, I even remember where they sat. And I'm like, yes.
No way.
Yes, and I'm so proud of all the good things that they have done. I just closed with a young girl that I taught probably 20 years ago that's a school teacher now herself. And she's a single mom, and we got her a house, and it was just, that kind of stuff makes me really happy.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, so you are definitely in it to, I guess, build their success, help them get there.
Just to continue on with that.
That's phenomenal. That's amazing. So, now I want to hear more stories. Do you have any other stories?
Oh, well, we don't really want to talk about those. My students don't want me to talk about those stories, but I've seen, my kids have gone on to be teachers in school and firefighters and doctors. I have a guy that I taught that was a doctor, and when I saw him at the hospital, I said, oh, look, you're a nurse. And he said, no, Miss Shelton, I'm a doctor. And I was like, oh, shut up, you're not a doctor. Yeah. But he was.
He was.
And so, and one that's a lawyer in town.
It's
awesome. And they come back, they recognize me on billboards and call me and say, hey, so I'm pretty, it's cool. I like it.
That is so cool. And you were also a cheer coach as well.
I was a cheer sponsor for about 13 years off and on. Yeah. Man. So you can't scare me.
Yeah.
Whatever your real estate needs are, you cannot scare me because I have been baptized by fire through that cheerleading. I love cheerleading though. I still watch it and love it. Yeah. Love it a lot.
So you can't scare her.
You can't scare me.
So that is a good thing. So no matter.
And real estate can be scary, but it doesn't have to be. And what I want to do today is kind of give people just some basics. People don't know the basics of buying a house. They don't know the basics of listing a house. There's a lot of bad ideas out there that people just take for granted that I thought we could maybe talk about today.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that.
Okay, so let's talk about listing a house. So you want to sell your house. And, people always think their house is worth way much more money than it actually is.
True.
So, you have an emotional attachment, and I understand all that.
Yeah.
However, here's a fun fact to know.
Okay.
When you look up your tax value, that's how people determine value.
Okay.
It says Tom Green County Appraisal District. Mm-hmm. Okay, that is a misnomer. That should say Tom Green County Assessment District.
Oh.
Because what your property is assessed value for taxes and what it is appraised value for real estate are not one and the same.
Oh.
Because if you think about it, when was the last time the tax appraiser was in your house? Never.
Yeah.
Good
point.
That's good because you don't want them to come in and see you've updated it because they'll raise your taxes. So you don't want them in your house.
So don't invite them.
Don't invite the tax people into your house. If your house says that it's worth $100,000 less, just
don't say anything.
Just don't say anything. It's shh. Don't say anything. So that's what a lot of people say. Well, I had my house appraised, and I'm like, where? On the tax rolls? No. The appraiser doesn't even look at that. And normally your house is worth more than the tax value. So that's a good thing. So you're ready to list.
Okay.
So here's what people say. Well, so-and-so down the street, so-and-so down the street listed their house for, $500,000 and you live like over, on my street, like on 42nd. And you're like, no, that's not true. That's not happening.
Yeah.
So you have to compare apples to apples.
Okay.
And we don't just pull a price out of our backsides.
Yeah.
I was going to say something else. I forgot.
It's okay. It's all right. We're on the web. That's
well, people that know me know that's right.
Yeah.
There's a lot of research that goes into listing a house. You're going to tell us what you want.
Yeah.
And we're going to try to get close. But we're going to run a comparative market analysis. The city of San Angelo is divided into areas, and then those areas are divided into additions. We're going to pull what was sold in that addition. We're going to do pretty much just what an appraiser would do, except he's got a lot more math and stuff to do.
Yeah.
But we're going to look that up and run the numbers, and then we're going to come to you and say, according to the market, this is what your house is worth.
Yeah.
And a lot of times people are like,
yeah,
but
it hurts to hear that.
They don't want to hear that. But here's the thing. You want an agent like me that's not going to stick their sign in the yard just to have another sign in the yard.
Yeah.
And say, okay, I'm going to list your house at, exorbitant amount of money.
Yeah.
Because I know in 30 days I'm going to reduce it. Let's don't do that. Let's list it at the right price to begin with, and then we can stand firm on that, and we're not wishy-washing around, and the seller's not all over the place with us saying, you got to drop the price, you got to drop the price. So what do you think the 3 main words are in real estate?
The 3 main words? Oh, man. She's a teacher. She's giving me a quiz.
Have you not heard this before?
No.
Location, location. Okay, well, that's a lie.
Okay.
That's a lie. So I'm teaching her something. Bless her heart. She's young, she's cute, but she's not very smart up here when it comes to real estate.
I'm not. That's why I'm doing this show, so I can learn.
Right. See?
Yeah.
It's price, condition, and location.
Okay.
So if your house is in great shape, which is condition, and it's in a good location, then the price, we can adjust it according to the price. If your house is in the only condition I'm not doing anything else, this is my house, and it's in a somewhat location, then the only way we can fix it is with price.
Gotcha.
So price, we can't pick up a house and move it.
Right.
Only thing we can really improve is condition and price. So it depends on what you're willing to do as a seller in order to get your property sold. But people will say, well, let's list it 5,000 higher because somebody's going to, get coming lower. Okay, that is a lie. People never pay full price for properties in real estate.
Okay.
That is a lie. People pay full price every day.
Wow.
Because we don't just pull a price out of what I said earlier.
Yeah.
We're not cars. It's not cars.
Yeah.
There's no markup.
Yeah.
What we put is pretty much what the market says your house is worth.
Okay.
So if somebody comes in lower, we negotiate. We counter. Everything in real estate's negotiable. Everything. So people just need to know that. And when they get ready to sell, they need to do some things around their house. Like if it's got chipping, peeling paint, they need to fix that.
Yeah.
Because the appraiser's going to say, no, that's not working. And they need to declutter easy things like your refrigerator. How much stuff do you have on your refrigerator?
Oh, probably a lot, yeah.
Yeah. No. When people come in, that looks cluttered.
Yes.
So what you want to do is put up like a bulletin board or a cork board or something like that, or a chalkboard or something where it's visible, but it doesn't look cluttered.
Right.
And I'm a paper stacker. Before the housekeepers come, I kind of straighten up my house, and so I'll take all my papers and stack them in a neat pile because I think that makes it look neat.
Yeah.
That makes it look cluttered.
Yeah.
So no matter how neat your pile is, and if you're a big fan of piles,
it's still a pile.
it's still a pile.
Yeah.
So you need to put it in create a filing system. You need, if you've got, 5 kids, 12 kids, you need to have toys only in one room, possibly 2. And the toys your kids don't use, you need to get rid of them.
Yeah.
Simply for the sake of, there's a lot of kids out in the world that could use toys.
Yeah.
Women's and children's shelter, there's a lot of places where you can take toys. So you need to kind of get rid of toys. You need to take down family pictures, because when you walk in a house with a buyer, they do this. Oh, I know them. Or, oh, they start looking at all your stuff.
And they get distracted.
They get distracted. And you want them to look at your house. You don't want them to look at your stuff.
Right.
So the less stuff, the stuff that you love, all of your Santa figurines, your 987,000 Santa figurines, ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah. You can put them up later, just not when you're showing the house, right?
Yeah, you can put them up later. And if you don't have a mudroom, which I live in an older house, I don't have a mudroom, your entryway can be shoes and backpacks.
Oh, yeah. All the stuff.
All the stuff. So find some little boxes to put your shoes in, maybe some hooks or a coat rack to try to just not make it. If you're trying to get the best bang for your buck, then put your house's best face forward. Yeah. Because after we get feedback and they say, well, your house, I can't, ugh. it's too late for you to go. You can go in and fix it for future buyers.
Yeah.
But those buyers are never coming back.
Yeah. And it does. The first impression does make a huge difference.
Just
I'm sure
like
you've heard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like with people.
Yeah.
It's if you pull up and the yard's not mowed and it's terrible, and there's chipping, peeling paint and everything, you're thinking, oh. And then when you walk in and smells, you do not have to like do all that apple cinnamon and all those baked cookies in your house. What you don't need to do all that, because a lot of times it's so much you walk in and you're like,
it's overwhelming.
It's overwhelming. So get some plug-ins that are like linen.
Yes.
Fresh linen.
Clean smelling
stuff. And don't put like 1,000 of them, but put those out.
Yeah.
And if you have people like music, set an ambiance. Put on some music, and when people walk in, it'll smell clean and there'll be some music. Always open your blinds. Always open your blinds, because God's light is so much better than man's light.
Yeah.
And it creates light and space.
Okay.
So if you open those windows and stuff, a little dark room, whenever I go in, I'll open those blinds. Totally go today while you're watching. Go open your blinds and look at the difference in how your room looks.
Makes it seem bigger, just
brighter.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah,
so many good tricks. So many good tricks.
This is a tricky business.
It is.
This is like for real.
But you're a straight shooter. So
I'm so straight that I'm really straight. I love my clients, but I'm not chasing the buck.
Yeah.
God takes care of me, so I don't have to chase the buck. So I'm pretty upfront, pretty straight. If your house stinks, I'm going to tell you. If you've got pets, you got to clean out those litter boxes. You got to vacuum your furniture.
Yeah.
You can't, because when we go on home tour, we bring 15 agents in before we even actually show the house to see if maybe they have a buyer. So we're working for you all the time, constantly. Yeah. We work at the best real estate company in town. That's no joke.
Yeah.
That's no joke. And I've worked at several others, and they weren't bad. But this is the best. We have the best broker. We have the best agents. We're very supportive. And when they walk in, they'll be like, it's overpriced.
Yeah.
It smells in here. Where's the dead cat? So there's that.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah.
So, and then we take that feedback back to to my sellers, and you just have to be able to take it.
Yeah.
Because we're all working together to sell your house.
Yeah.
Basically.
And honesty is the best policy, and sometimes it may not be what you want to hear, but if you want your house sold.
Well, that's true. And you've got to really think about that. That's a big decision. I always tell my sellers to cuss and discuss it, and I always tell them to pray about it and see what it was, and always get yourself an agent that will contact you. I do weekly updates from your friendly neighborhood real estate agent every single Friday. I'm going to go do them today when I leave here. Okay. You hear from me all the time. You need an agent that you can hear from that's going to be in contact, that doesn't just stick a sign in the yard and say sayonara. And you need to also, like when they get an offer, I do a net sheet and let them know this is what you're going to make, so we can counter. Usually your first offer is your best offer. A lot of people try to hold out. I want more money, but my granny used to say, let me see if you get what this means. You ready?
Yeah.
Pigs get fed, hogs get slaughtered.
Yep.
Don't be greedy.
Yep.
Don't be greedy.
Don't be greedy. That's Joyce is just dropping some knowledge bombs.
I'm telling you,
today.
Mic drop. Boom.
Boom.
Boom on this real estate today. Real estate 101. Y'all need to be tuning in. Is anybody even commenting? Is anybody even watching this?
That's a great point. We are live on the KSAM page, the KLST page, the ERA Newlin page. So we've got a lot of viewers actually, but if y'all want to go ahead and comment, if y'all have questions,
but wait a minute, because I might be answering them, because I'm going to talk about buying a house too in just a second.
Okay, well, all right. While they're doing that, go ahead and talk about buying a house.
Okay, so what do you do when you buy a house? Don't go look at houses.
Ooh.
Don't go look at houses. That is putting the cart before the horse. See, I'm so old, I'm full of all these fabulous adages.
But I love them.
I know, right? I mean, how could you not?
How could you not?
You get with your lender. I'm like the, what was his name? I'm the Jerry Maguire of real estate. Show me the money. Show me the money.
Yes.
Go to a lender, find out what you're approved for, and get that all in line first. Otherwise, we look at houses, you find one that you fall in love with, you're not able to buy it, and then your heart's broken, and you can bear every other house by that. So you go to your lender. But when you go to your lender, and he says, well, you're approved. Hey, you're approved for $250,000. That's how good your credit is. I know. Well, just because you're approved for that doesn't mean that we can buy that.
Yeah.
We don't want to spend all your money just because you have it.
Yeah.
What you also want to do is when I go buy a car, I say, This is what I want my car payment to be. How much car can I get for that? So when you're approved, I always tell my buyers will call me and go, I'm approved. I'm like, okay, well, what's the down payment on that? I don't know. What's the monthly payment on that? I don't know. What are your closing costs? I don't know. Do you have money for these things, or do you need an assistance program?
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay, well, I'm not a lender, can't give lending advice.
Yeah.
But when you call, you want to get pre-approved first, and you want to ask, what's the payment on that?
Yeah.
I want to know what the payment is on that.
Yeah.
And if it's or say, I want my payment to be this, how much house can I afford? And then also, is there a down payment assistance program? We have all kinds of programs. The lenders here in San Angelo are the best, and they've got programs that'll help first-time home buyers and that will help people that can't make their down payment. And then you have to ask the seller to pay for closing costs. So there's a lot of negotiation there. You can't just go, hey, I'm approved, let's go.
Yeah.
You need to get your ducks in a row. Because I'm a little OCD, and I like my life like Arlington Cemetery, just like this.
Yeah, in order.
If something falls over, then I'm kind of.
Yeah.
So you need to get with the buyer first. I mean, the lender first. And then you have to, can you make the payment? I don't want my people to be owned by a house.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that happens. Not with my people, but that happens. People are owned by a house. I want you to own a house and go to the movies, be able to go out to dinner, be able to take your kids places, and not just we have this great house, but this all we can do is sit here in the house.
Yeah, that's it.
Enjoy the house, kids, because this is all you got. Sorry, you can't even have toys, but you can play in this great house.
Yeah.
We don't want that.
No.
Okay, we don't want that at all. And you can always, I've got a mobile app, and it updates in real time. So if a new house comes on the market, like right now while we're talking, it's on the app. While it may not be on the real estate page.
Oh.
It may not be on the websites yet. So you get the app.
But it's on the app.
Yeah, and you can go to my Facebook page and call me, or you can call me at 650-2350, and I will send you the app. And then you just kind of favorite things, you reject things, you maybe things, you do whatever, and you don't even have to talk to me. But you would want to.
I know. Who would not want to talk to Joyce?
I love you so much. But here's the thing. As a buyer, know this too. If you pick an agent, and you should pick an agent, somebody that you trust, do your research. You don't pay the real estate fees. So you would get an amazing agent like me for free. So you don't pay the real estate fees. So look for an agent, find somebody that you can trust. But know this. I can sell you, as can any other agent in town, any house that's listed. People see my sign and call me and think I can only sell that house. I can sell any house. It doesn't matter whose sign is in the yard. Buyers, you do not have to call the people on the sign. If you have an agent, call the agent and say, I want to see these 5 houses. And it doesn't matter whose sign they are. It doesn't matter if it's in Ballinger. We can show. We serve a really big radius.
Okay.
So we can show, and people get confused by that. They're like, well, I talked to this buyer because they've got agent, they've got a house and they've got a house. No. Find you a good agent.
Yeah.
Or anybody else at ERA. And then call them and they'll hook you up with a lender. We can put you with a lender if you don't have one. I've put 3 people this week with lenders. And then we find out where your money is, and then we'll give you the mobile app, and then we will go and look.
Yeah.
And
then you'll get them a house.
And then boom.
Mic dropping on this show today, Real Estate Redefined. Well, Joyce, I mean, we're out of time almost.
Well,
we've got a few more minutes.
One last thing.
Okay.
Who can back out of a contract?
Who can? There's
lots of things. The Texas Real Estate Commission doesn't like real estate agents like at all. Because, I don't know, there's a lot of places. I keep hitting this. I talk with my hands. It's Italian. I'm so sorry.
It's fine.
It's Italian. I'm like, the buyer has a lot of options where they can back out.
Okay.
The seller, not so much. So the seller needs to make sure once we negotiate and we get it that they're good with everything.
Okay.
And then the buyer has several different things, an option period, repair periods, negotiation periods. There's so many questions that people have, but let's don't get the cart before the horse. If you're selling, get your house ready, get it decluttered, call an agent, get a value, and go from there.
Yeah.
If you're a buyer, call your lender. How much can I approve for? What can I afford? What is the payment on that? What about closing costs? And then get you an agent. But everybody just needs to know that once you get an agent, if it has my billboard said, no worries. Get you one drama free. I am drama free with my clients. I call them every week, and that's all they have to worry about.
Yeah. Drama free, straight shooter, Joyce Shelton right here, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Have a great day.
Wonderful. Oh, well, give your contact information one more time.
325
Okay.
650 2350.
Okay.
And I'm a 24-hour agent, so you can text me in the evenings or on the weekends, just not Sunday morning. I'm in church.
Yeah, that's the only stipulation. And then you have a Facebook page?
I have a Facebook page, Joyce Shelton Realtor. I have a website, www.joyceshelton@era.com. If you go to my Facebook page, Joyce Shelton Realtor, you can find my website. You can find everything about me. You can see all the me with my clients. You get to have your picture made with me on Facebook with the sold sign.
Be Facebook famous.
I know, right?
Who wouldn't want to be Facebook famous with Joyce? I don't know.
I want to be Facebook famous with me.
Yeah, well, you are right now. Because we're streaming
Hi,
live.
Facebook
We do.
peeps. Thanks.
Let's see. Irene says we love Joyce. Brandy says this is great info. People are just loving it. So
Great.
yeah.
Thanks for tuning in, guys.
Yeah, fabulous. Okay, couple more minutes. Any last words of advice? Messages to the people?
Wow, well, I didn't think we'd run out of time. So message
know.
to you. Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate that. Thank you shout out to my ERA peeps, best real estate group in town, best broker, Ryan Newlin. And he didn't even pay me to say that.
He didn't.
No.
And he's not even here.
And he should pay me for saying that.
He should.
I mean, seriously.
Yeah, Ryan, come on.
Come on, Ryan. What's happening? I need a little...
I know. Let's go.
But real estate right now is a little slow, getting ready for the holidays. But it's anytime you need anything, just call and ask questions.
Yeah.
Don't get an agent that's trying to push. I sound pushy, but I'm really not.
Yeah.
I'm laid back. I want to do what's best for you. And at the end of the day, for a buyer and a seller and the other agent and myself, I just want to pillow my head after closing and know that we've all done a good job.
Yeah.
And that everybody's happy. That's
Definitely.
in the end, that's all that matters.
Definitely. And maybe now during the slow time is the time to kind of start prepping.
Yeah.
If you want to do something
it
maybe in
ready.
the spring or
Yeah.
you can get ready now.
Give me a call, 650-2350.
Yes. Well, Joyce, you are just fabulous. Thank you for coming by and dropping all these knowledge bombs while dropping the mic at the same time.
I know, right?
Yeah. It's just great. We have a blast here on Real Estate Redefined. We do it Monday through Friday, 10 to about 10:25 or so. We're streaming on the ERA Newlin page, the KLST page, the KSAM page on our website, ContraValleyHomepage.com. There is a live streaming link.
And you might be
there.
streaming on my page right now. I
Yes,
know
and
Jeff
your
was going to
page-
hook that up.
Yeah,
I don't know,
Jeff,
but if not, I'll post it later.
Our technological guru back here, Jeff, made it happen. So go to Joyce's page, any of those pages. We've got her information there. So again, thank you, Joyce, so much for coming by.
Have a great day.
Thanks. Have a great day, everybody.
Bye.